while the U.S. Business is his near-term focus, I asked him if he shares his perspective on the Chinese market, given with folks like Howard Schultz, given that same-store sales in China in the last quarter were down by 14%, and what should happen to that business?
Challenged, right? We've got a tough macro environment. Competition has really ramped up, and the business, frankly, hasn't performed the way we had hoped it would perform. But that's not to say that I don't believe, and I think people would share this sentiment, that the Starbucks business is going to be a much bigger business than it is today. You know, it's going to go well beyond 7,000 stores. I'm heading over there for the first time in like the first or second week in December. I'll have some opportunity to spend time with the team. And that's where we'll better understand, you know, the growth plans and, you know, what is the right partnership that we probably put in place going forward strategically so that we can grow smartly in China and get that business what it needs.
Is that something, I mean, there's been speculation, is that something that should be spun off, should not be wholly owned, should be in partnership with others? I mean, do you have a sort of sense about that?
You know, look, I think there's a real opportunity for us. We've talked about this, right? We're evaluating strategic ways to grow there. And, you know, I think we're going to want to continue to have a piece of growing the China business. Whether that means we do it by ourselves or whether we do it with a partner, that's what we're evaluating right now. And I think I've seen a lot of examples of companies have great success where they bring a partner in and then they do it together. And, you know, I'm optimistic for where China can go. And then I think we have to, you know, I have to get more up to speed on the business. And then we have to smartly evaluate what is the right way to structure the business going forward.
I was going to focus on those sentences just now as they try to watch this space as what happens next with that China business. Meantime, Starbucks has been a political target here in the U.S. in the past. And I asked Niccol about the election next week and whether he has any concerns about unrest and any plans for the stores.
Obviously, next week is, you know, we get to see America execute democracy. And I think that is, you know, one of the greatest gifts we all have and a responsibility that we all have. You know, we have the responsibility to go vote. And then I think one of the things that's special about America is we have, you know, the transition of leadership. And, you know, I'm optimistic that, you know, we're going to get through this perfectly fine. Hopefully there is not the unrest that people are speculating. But, you know, I believe in the democratic process, and I really do hope people get out and vote. And I really do hope people respect, you know, what America is all about, which is we have the right to go vote and, you know, follow through on our democratic commitments as a government and a country. So I'm an optimistic person, Andrew, so I'm going to believe in the good of people and that we're going to get through this just fine.
But do you have to make any preparatory plans? I know of other leaders at businesses, especially ones that deal both either customer-facing and or have to deliver things, that if there is kind of unrest, that they have to have some different sort of plans in place.
You know, we always have security monitoring what's going on at all our stores. Our partner safety and customer safety is really important. So fortunately for us, we already have all these systems in place that in the event something happens, we're prepared and we'll make sure we keep everybody safe.